Hello there. How you guys doing? And, well, that was my starting up screen. So, yeah, there's that explanation. So, I hope you guys are having a nice week. Um, yeah, like, not much happening. We'll just be continuing, Fallout today. So, there's that. Um, yes, Violet is back. She's been here the entire time, but, she decided she wanted to watch the stream from back there today, so there's that. Um, she's quite comfy though, so yeah. But she's been sitting up here before, but yeah. Why not see the world from a different point of view for a day? Anyhow, yeah, I hope you're having a nice week. It's been, well, just basically the actual start of the year over here. Because most people, or a lot of people, have time off till like the 6th. So this is basically the first work week for most people. So not sure how it works elsewhere. But yeah, that's just how it works over here. Hello. How you doing? And that's also how it works for like school and uni and all of those. It's basically the first week back. Um well, yeah, the year starts with the orchestra, but well, my point is like the actual like proper start of the year would be well this week. So we've got the first web of the stream. There you go. Yeah, we do have a lot of time off compared to other countries, or at least so I've been told. Like, don't have much experience with how many days off other countries get, but apparently we get quite a lot. So, yeah. And, like, school and uni vacations are also quite long. So, could be that. Um, not sure if, vacation times for, well, most working people are also longer around here. Could be. So, no clue. I haven't worked in Scotland. Also, haven't studied in Scotland. So, I wouldn't know how it works over there. I just know that lots of people, well, say that compared to other countries, you get a lot of time off over here. So, that's something, I guess. We just have to do more the rest of the year. So, it can be seen as a good thing, but it also has some downsides, like having exams less spaced out, because that's the thing every student wants. Weeks with as many exams in them as possible. Yeah. Just what every single student has been yearning for since, well, the start of human history, basically. What we're doing in Fallout 2? Good question. Um, so I think we're in what was it? Like the city that was formerly known as Chicago or something? I think it might have been Chicago. But anyways, we're in a city now. Or at least we were recently. Um we recently found the city. So that's a thing. Um they wanted me to invade the military base. My main quest is also to invade that military base. And the Brotherhood of Steel wants me to invade that military base. Yeah, the main thing is I will probably need a power suit to do that. Because they have power suits in that military base. So, fighting several characters who are wearing power suits without a power suit and with only melee weapons, I don't think that's entirely realistic. Or power armor, power suits, whatever, I don't care. Point being, yeah, I need better equipment to do that. Laser weapons, sure. Yeah, just cut through the power armor. I don't know. Yeah, I just call it power suits for some reason. I don't know why. That's just what my brain keeps insisting on calling them. So. Anyhow, we're doing that. We're also trying to find the speech recognition module for the vault full of death claws. In case you're not too familiar with the plot of Fallout 2, that sentence was probably quite confusing. Like, if you know what death claws are, trying to find a speech recognition module for a vault full of death claws is a weird concept, but well, like it makes sense if you know more about it, I guess. It is still weird though. Have I seen the Iron Man movies? I think I've seen at least one of them. So I'd say Deathclaws are maybe the hardest enemy in Fallout 1. Or actually, no. I'd say the mutants are. Because I died way more to the mutants than Deathclaws in Fallout 1. So. Well, my opinion at least. And in this one I'd say, yeah, they're not that difficult. I'd even say that, like, the mole rats are more difficult enemies in Fallout 2 than Deathclaws. Because I fought lots of mole rats now, and they're annoying. I actually need to heal while fighting those, and Deathclaws not so much. At least not with my current armor. So, either it's just the robes that are just Deathclaw proof, or maybe my character is just really weak against mole rats. So, no clue. Yeah, any other quests we're working on? Right, there's, the, mole rat called the Brain, who's trying to turn, Gecko into, like, a superpower, basically. At the, like, settlement or city of Gecko. So they're, like, trying to take over all of the wasteland for whatever reason. We'll see if it's gonna work. So far, we don't exactly know how to continue that quest. Like, I think the actual quest at this point is just find a way to do the thing. And, well, like, I need to make their generator more efficient. So now my quest is just find a way to do that. Gee, thanks. I don't know where to start, but I guess I'll try and find a way. So, maybe I need to ask a specific character, maybe I need to go to a specific place, maybe I need to find a specific book. Who knows? I don't. Also, no clue where to find the speech recognition module, because I've been looking for that for a while, and just doesn't seem to be anywhere. I've looked for it in... yeah, that's the spare computer part that I'm looking for. Because I don't want a vault full of death claws after me. So... You think I've had it already? Really? I hope I didn't get rid of it. Because if I did, that's inconvenient. Yeah, I've looked for it in Vault 13. I've looked for it in Vault... Well, Vault City. There is another one. Okay. But yeah, I've looked for it in lots of places already. And... I did not find one. And I'm not sure how to find one. I guess I could check the car trunk now. Because maybe I still have it if I already picked it up at some point. Because I haven't checked that thoroughly. So... Game is crashing, as it usually does when I start it up. And second attempt to launch the game. There we go. So... War never changes. Alright. That's the save. Yes, that's the spare computer part that I'm looking for. Memory module. I don't think that's it. That's the water chip. Red memory module. Random computer parts. Plasma transformer. Yeah, I've just got a bit of a collection of random computer parts at this point. Maybe it is one of the random computer parts. I guess it could be. I mean, I could just go and check. So... Vault 13. Hope I don't get attacked. Nope. Everything went well. Did they just slam the door in my face? Would have been funny if the car was parked right here. Have you found the part to fix the machine? Nope, still looking. I'd assume they don't have a spare part to fix the machine with. But they did have random stuff in here. Which I will go ahead and steal. Because, I mean, they're death claws. They don't need this, right? Is that a water chip? Yes, that's a water chip. I'll leave the water chip. Hello. How you doing? The Notice Arctic Redeem was redeemed before you were here, I think. So, hello Arctic. And thank you for the raid. How you doing today? And what were you playing? Well, thank you. I'm not sure I need it yet. We'll see. Right now I'm just looting, basically. As you do. Hello. How you doing today? What are these? Oh, pulse grenades. Nice. I'm not sure what they do, but they just sound good. So, you're playing Corpse Party. I think I've heard of that before, but I don't know anything about it. Is that a child? What's a child doing in here? Navcom parts. Sure, I'll take those. Yeah, what's that? A small girl wearing a yellow dress. Well, that did not look like a dress or like it was yellow. Meow, meow. I'm a cat. And I have special powers that only cats have. What are you? I'm a spider. Clearly. I'm just a normal person who is quite impressed with your special nature. Can you tell me your name? I'm Sandy. I'm not really a cat. I just like to play. I see. Can I ask you some questions? What do you want to ask me? Are you safe here? Yeah. Mommy takes care of me and Valdis wouldn't let anyone hurt me. I'm safe here. Good. I'll be leaving. That's all I wanted to ask. Hi. I guess that's the mother? Hello, I'm Ariel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Who are you? Hello, Ariel. My name is Spidey too. Yes, I'm new here. It's a pleasure to meet you. What can I help you with? I'd like to ask you some questions. Alright. So tell me, Ariel, why are you so sad? I only just met you, but I just want to know. My husband recently died. I miss him. I'm having problems adjusting. That's all. I'm sorry to hear that. How did it happen? Yeah, hello, total stranger. Why are you sad? My husband and I were traveling with a caravan on its way to the New California Republic. We wanted to start a new life for ourselves and our daughter, Sandy. Unfortunately, the caravan was attacked by raiders one night. They were incredibly brutal. They killed everyone, men, women, and children. Rand, my husband, died trying to defend Sandy and me. We were to die next when a miracle occurred. I was holding Sandy behind me, trying to keep her from the monster that had shot Rand. He stood next to my husband's body and laughed at me as he aimed his gun at my head. Suddenly, this huge claw came out of the darkness, grabbed him from behind, and... well, thank goodness that Sandy didn't see what happened next. Anyway, the raiders were being wiped out by this group of Deathclaws. The one that saved Sandy and me stood near us and talked to me. He kept reassuring me that I was safe. And that he was sorry that he couldn't have gotten there sooner to help us. Afterwards, the Deathclaws brought us here. Wow. What a story. Would you like to leave the vault? I've considered it. But I won't have to say no. I feel safer here than anywhere else I've ever lived. I do get lonely for the company of other people like myself, but hopefully others will come to live here in the future and satisfy that need. Fine, you can rot here for all I care. Wow. Uh, you've been very helpful, but I must trouble you for more. Can I barter with you? No. At least not really. Are you treated alright by the Death Claws? Yes. They provide me with food, water, shelter, and protection. I feel very safe here. That's more than I could ask for. Are you a prisoner here? No, I can leave any time I want. The Death Claws have made that very clear to me. They don't hold anyone here against their will, as far as I know. I can be quite rude if I want to. I see. What do you want to know? I must be going now. I'm not sure they were here before. Wait, what? What? Hello, I'm Goris. I don't recognize you. Are you new here? Hi. I'm Spidey too. Yes, I'm from outside the vault. It's a pleasure to meet you, Spidey too. You're an outsider? I've seen a few like you. Some are staying here in the vault, but you look different. You appear to be more seasoned, if you know what I mean. I'll bet you've been around and accomplished things. Am I right? Yes, I've had some adventures. Say, if you wouldn't mind answering some questions for me, I could tell you of some of my adventures. It's a deal. I would love to hear anything you can tell me. What would you like to know? Well, first thing I want to know is, can I barter with you? Nope. What are you doing here? I'm a student of sorts. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about the world and the different cultures that have developed. Right now I'm studying the culture the Death Claws are forming and comparing it to human development along similar lines. I've acquired just about all the information I need here. It would help my research a great deal if I could do some traveling. However, I don't want to go it alone. If you know what I mean. Interesting. Can I ask you some more questions? Maybe I can get him to join me. I think that might be a possibility. How long have you been here? A few months, actually. I came here from the coast a while back. Wow, you're pretty new here yourself. If you don't mind, I need to know more. What can you tell me about the Death Claws here? These aren't your average Death Claws. As I'm sure you noticed, they've had their intelligence enhanced by some means not understood by them. It was done by a group of humans known as the Enclave. Seems they needed an army, and they chose Death Claws because of their ferocity and physical prowess. And, well, you get the picture. Anyway, the only thing lacking in Death Claws was their intelligence. They needed to be smart enough to understand complex commands, but not so smart they'd be a threat to those in charge. So they started messing with a virus, or some such thing, and injected the Death Claws with it. This virus was known to mutate humans into some sort of super beings. They wanted to see what it would do to Deathclaws. Well, the result was a breed of Deathclaws so smart they could see they were destined for slavery. So they played dumb until they could gain their freedom. Here they are. Well, that's incredible. You seem very knowledgeable. Can I ask more? But yeah, that's quite the story. Do you know what happened to the people who used to live here in the vault? They were captured. Grunther and the pack were forced to aid in their capture. They had no choice since they were slaves at the time. The fate of the humans has weighed heavily on Grunther's mind. He's never really forgiven himself for his complicity in the affair. The humans were taken alive, but who knows what happened to them since. Yeah. Sometimes we're forced into doing distasteful things by situations outside our control. You'd learn to forgive himself. You mentioned wanting to do some traveling. How about you join me? Spidey too, but you've got too many people with you now. I'll wait here until a position opens. Aw. Hmm. I guess I could get the perk to have an additional companion next time we level up and have the option to choose a perk. But for now, I'll just tell Vic to wait for a second. I'm not actually going to leave him here. So, wait here. We can't just leave him. So, Horace hesitates, and you get the feeling you're being carefully scrutinized. I would be honored to join you. Okay? So. Combat control? So. He can carry quite a lot. And skill is unarmed. Okay. I can work with that. So. Fine, for actual battle, we might leave Vic here. Because having someone who's actually good at fighting... Thank you for the sub. Having someone who's actually good at fighting would be nice. So, yeah. Custom... Yeah, he can only do unarmed. Attack whoever's closest, I guess? Very curious how much damage he does. But yeah, I guess we'll have Vic just take a bit of a vacation in here for now. So. Wait here until I come back. Okay. So. Time to move some items around. How can I actually get to his armor and weapon? Do I need to give him different armor for that? Talk about your gear. Remove the armor. And put your weapon away. Is that gonna be it? Yes. So I'll take those and all of that. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine in here. We're not abandoning him, we're just leaving him in a storage room. Yeah, definitely not abandoning him. There. Just wait in storage. He'll be fine. So. I'll just give him a bunch of stim packs. There. I'm still planning on getting Vic back. Just for the record. So. What was the armor? Because I think it was the other shade of, well, leather armor. I'll actually take those back again. Okay. I trade with Vic. Like, does he still have anything in his pockets? Oh, I didn't actually take the stuff. Wow. Okay. Whoopsies. So. You... wait here? Okay. Moving stuff from one companion to the other is more difficult than I thought. So. Take all the items. Maybe I didn't have enough room or something. Yeah, can't carry that much. That was the issue. So, I'll leave the dynamite for now. No. No. There. Yeah, it would be nice if they could just hand stuff over. So.
What you be needing?
You can go carry these. And this stuff, I guess. Sure. Okay, can I get all the dynamite? No. So, I'll give him the armor. This. No, don't leave the storage closet. I might eventually have a storage closet full of companions, but let's not worry about that. Vic, where are you going? Get in the storage closet. There. Well, I'll have him over here, ideally. Yeah, that's better. There can actually see him. So. Oh, still can't carry that much. Fine. I'll just give him this armor for now. I guess. Where's my other companion when I need him? Is he over here? Yes.
What you be needing?
So, he needs to carry some stuff for me. There we go. So, now should finally be able to move all my items over. I just don't want to leave stuff behind. Well, I just want to leave Vic behind. But he's not stuff, so he doesn't count. So, yeah, just wait in storage. You'll be fine. It's cozy in here. Enjoy your stay. So. Anything I need him to carry? Not really. Well, stim packs. Yeah, you can just have the 12 stim packs there. And... well, that's kind of the main stuff. So. Combat control. And... he can't use armor. Okay. We'll see how it's gonna go. I gave him armor, but he doesn't want to use it. Still not entirely sure what Gorus is. Yeah, it probably doesn't fit. So. But I still need to find the voice recognition module. Not sure how that's gonna go. So. Time to store things. Not the Ripper, though. Yeah, we're keeping the rest. Unless there was stuff I stored in their inventory that I want to get. Well, I mean, since you can't use them, I think. I'll double check. So, combat control. Best weapon. Okay. Might as well just take them back. And give him more stim packs in return. There. I mean, he doesn't wear any armor, so might as well give him more stim packs. Thank you for the follow. So, where's... There he is. Second web of the stream. There we go.
What you be needing?
So, I'll store these. And web number 3. Should I store those? Nah, it's fine. But we'll store this. Yeah, good enough. I'm just trying to keep as much inventory space as I can, so that when I actually need it, I can just store things. So. Where can we go to just practice fighting? I guess actually, if I left the car, that would make it a lot easier to practice. Because we're gonna end up in a fight pretty soon if I just walk out. So, there we go. 4 webs. Well, it's not going to be a very dramatic fight. Oh! Or is it? Is he a Deathclaw? And did I store my spear? What nonsense is this? Fine, I guess I'm kicking them. No, I think I stored it by accident. Yep. He's a Deathclaw. Neat. He looks a bit underweight, though. Maybe that's just me. Well, that was effective. Just kick a mantis in the face. It works every time. Wait, can I give him the robes? Because they'd probably be more likely to fit than just general armor. There. I guess he prefers his normal robes. And they do look like they're a bit bigger. Hey, he's fun. But I still need to get back to the vault. The caravan. Can I actually talk to them? Heard good things about you. Okay, good. So I should be able to barter. 6 scout handbooks. Seems like a lot. Don't really have anything to trade for it, but how much are they? 3,000. Let's see. How much Rad-X would that be? A lot of Rad-X. Hmm. Because I don't want to just straight up pay 4,000 for it. Because it just takes so long to earn the money. Since none of the merchants have nearly that much. Well, then again, there is the other option. Sneaking there. Nothing to see here. Fine, maybe there is something to see here. I just want those handbooks. There. I mean, I probably also want the money. Just, yeah. But mainly the handbooks. There. Nothing happening at all. I'll also take that money. Because, I mean, I need to pay for those surgeries later on. Seems they're going to be expensive. Okay. That didn't work. Yeah, exactly. They're just involuntary donations towards my future medical bills. There. Like, there are, I think it was 4 surgeries I'll probably try and be able to pay for. There was one, to make your character fireproof. I can't remember what the other one was. And, like, there's also, like, improved versions of those. Which basically means I'll need to pay, like, at least 20,000 to get all of them. So that's not gonna happen. At least not without the, generosity of random strangers. So... have I saved after stealing from the last one? I think so. Well, not stealing. We've talked about this. So, where is my outdoorsman skill at? 72. Okay. Alright. So it is raising the correct skill. And it is still working. Good. Time to eat some more books. They're very nutritious. Bit dry maybe, but... there. Now it's at 83. Neat. And it's daytime again. I basically spent the entire night staying up reading books. I mean, it's a good way to spend your time. What about an IRL? Eating books? I mean, yeah, books are dry. Very much so. Oh, you're also stealing IRL. Fine. So, I haven't checked this area yet. Or this area. I feel like I should do that. But I also feel like I should eventually charge up the car. Oh, I'll notice when it runs out of battery. Do I wish to encounter a caravan? Sure. What does this one have? More scout handbooks. Well. Thanks for the donation. Am I going to keep saying that? Possibly. And thank you. And you. Oh. Not going to thank you. Ow. I mean, eventually I should have enough money. Even if I don't move away from this area. Why is that one so much more observant? Is it because the other guy is basically breathing down my neck? I mean, it would make sense. Yeah. I think that might be it. Not exactly being that subtle about it. I'll try one last time. There. Time to steal from the actual merchant. I'll take those. Thank you for the books. And I'll also take the money. Thanks. So, now I don't need to sneak anymore. Time to read some more books. I mean, at this rate, we'll probably be pretty good at traveling. There. We're at 86 now. Nice. Off we go. How about... Oh, it was San Francisco. Yeah, I'm great at remembering names of places. San Francisco, Chicago, same thing. I've never been to either one, so... Some mobsters fighting a gang. Okay. I won't get involved. I'll just loot them afterwards. Like a civilized person. But I will look for my spear. San Francisco and Chicago are over 1,000 miles apart. Well, I wouldn't know. I've never traveled between them. My geography skills are not that great. There we go. Finally got my spear back. I mean, at least I think it might be the same one. It's not the stranger, right? No. Yeah, I don't think so. The stranger wouldn't be carrying a flamethrower, so... Well, didn't expect that to happen, but that flamethrower was pretty effective. Yeah, I think they're winning. So now they're just gonna punch each other. Because they're both out of ammo. Neat. Is he gonna join the fist fight? Yes. Great fight. I like how extremely slow this guy is. Must be a very tight suit, because he can barely walk. Well, thank you for the follow. Yeah, nothing to see here. No combat going on. I'll just go and loot the bodies. Don't mind me. Sure, you don't need any of this stuff anyway, so... Yeah, just carry on. actually reach the guy? No. They're all standing in front of him. I mean, they're standing in front of the guy I want to loot. To me, that's enough of a reason to see if this spear is as good as the other spear. And they're basically dead anyway, so... shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, he's off. There. I loot the other one now. Ah, not enough action points. There we go. No more combat. Really? I can't loot him? There we go. Much better. I don't think I'll be able to loot that guy. Or maybe I can? Nope. Rad scorpions. Sure. Why not? Oh, sorry. I do think I tried to stab Gorus there. So. Yeah. I wonder when I can level up next. And if I can get another perk. Because I already miss Vic. But having two actual fighters as my companions is quite nice. So... yeah. And having Gorus be a melee fighter is perfect for this team. So... Vic isn't that well suited for my character. But I do still want him back. Hello, how you doing? Yes, you're late. We put Vic in a storage closet. You missed that. So. There. Nope, nope. New skill points. Or, well, no new traits? Whatever it's called. Not sure when we get to sign the next one. Hopefully soon. So... what skill do I want to earn? Well, want to improve. I'll just do bartering and speech. Something like that. Yeah. There. So... Trappers fighting some geckos. Sure, I'll join in on that fight. Where are the geckos? There they are. Are those the fire-breathing kind? I'm not sure. I'll skin you alive! And, well, saying that and then running off is a bit weird, but, well. Okay, Warden, you win. Alright. I'm very confused. Was that trapper already injured? They're really after that specific one. I'm gonna teach you some manners. Well, good luck with that. I don't think geckos are generally known for their manners. Who's gonna win? Trappers or geckos? Looks like the geckos might win. We'll see. I don't think anyone has died yet, though. Maybe one of the geckos, but I don't see a corpse. So they seem pretty evenly matched for now. But yeah, I just don't want to get involved. It's just... Well, circle of life, I guess. I mean, somebody has to die, right? It can't just keep on fighting forever. Oh, I think this trapper is trying to run off. So I think... Yeah, this gecko is winning. Not sure if the other ones are making progress. Yep, that gecko won. Well. And that trapper is down. Is that gecko just gonna stay there? Nope. Nope, it's joining the fight. Yeah, I think the geckos might actually win this entire fight, yeah. We'll see. Now it's 3 geckos and 2 humans. Or, no. 5 geckos. No, 4 geckos. 4 geckos. Yeah, 4. Wait. Did any geckos die? Counting is difficult, yes. Agreed. Especially when you can't really see enemies when they're standing behind trees. So. And nope, still alive. Are we going to kill the geckos afterwards? Probably. But I'm mainly after the people loot, not so much the gecko loot. Who's gonna win? Just knocked to the ground, still alive. For now. And getting back up again. Those must be some strong geckos. Killed! Well, only one trapper left. Those geckos aren't that beefy, so... I'm not sure why they're so good at killing people. Maybe the trapper AI is just... worse? I mean, is he even fighting them anymore? He might have stopped fighting. Yeah, he's just given up. Well, I guess there's that. The geckos win. So, I'll just loot this body. They did kill some geckos, somehow. Not sure when that happened. And the geckos are going to attack. There we go. But that's fine. I hope. I'm still not sure which type of gecko these are. Well, there goes that gecko. They attacked me, so... If they hadn't insisted on attacking me, I would have probably let them live. There. Alright. Time to collect some gecko skins and to collect some loot. Oh, maximum carrying capacity. Fine. There we go. I think there's one more gecko in that pile. There. That one. The people. It seems they did kill some geckos, but... well. This group of geckos was just too difficult. I have so many gecko skins after this. No space left on the car for that one. Wow. We're filling up the car with gecko skins. There, just carry these. Have fun. Seems like I'll need to do a bunch of trading again. So. Done in this area. I think I'll try and head to the den to look for the missing ghoul, since I'm already in the area, kind of. Oh, the car is out of power. Fair enough. So, batteries are somewhere in there. I think. There they are. I didn't fully charge the car. Merchant party? Yeah, that's the kind that doesn't want to talk to me. It's fine, I'll just leave. So. Let's see. At least now I know where the car is. But I think I need to check this part of the city. I think it was around here? So. Creating a separate save. Okay, I think some guy around here was bragging about having, well, something that sounded like a ghoul. Where was he, though? Is it down there? Or down here? Yeah, it might be down here. Alright. Still seems like a better idea to go through that door. So, lockpicking. Come back. Learn the great Ananias mysteries of the Netherworld, have you? Can he barter? He can't? Interesting. Do you want some gecko skin? Well, he can't really afford them. So I guess not. Do I have anything else we could afford? I don't know, just spare bullets. Sure. Not that many, though. Yeah, just the 6 bullets. There. Yeah, that's all I'm going to sell him, just 6 bullets. Good enough. He doesn't have a gun, but he wants 6 bullets. What kind of mysteries? Tell me about the mummy? Oh. I know things that mere man is not meant to know. Niarloth. Oh, sorry. Got a little carried away there for a moment. I have tales of a ghost that haunts these very grounds, as well as a genuine Egyptian mummy that you can see right here in this marvelous sarcophagus. Tell me about the mummy. I'm just dying to hear about it. No, my friend, a mummy. What? What did I say? Oh, fine. Just emphasizing the word, I guess. So, no, my friend, a mummy. Straight from the sands of ancient Egypt to the sands of the wastes. It should feel right at home here. Exclusively for you to see. Okay, I'll bite. How much is it? For a person of your obvious class, I would be happy to show this unique historic specimen to you for a mere $25. Fine. Simply open the sarcophagus lid, and the marvelous mummy will be revealed in all its ancient glory to you. Please, no touching, no flash photography. Right. Here you go, the mummy. The door to the sarcophagus swings open to reveal a desiccated corpse that looks very much like an ordinary ghoul, standing in a poorly painted, chipped and cracked papier-mâché sarcophagus. Wait a minute, that's not a mummy. That's a ghoul. Woody! Woody, is that you? The mummy snorts, stretches languidly, and then looks at you with a sleepy blink to its eyes. Hello, he says sleepily. Or, well, hello, he says sleepily. Holy shit! This is Woody! Woody, run! Run for it! Well, just go. Woody, for it is in fact Woody, not a mummy, stands somewhat drowsily before you, grabs the sides of the papier-mâché sarcophagus, lets out a shriek, and runs for the door, leaving a trail of toilet paper mummy wrappings and a hasty "Thank you, kindly stranger" behind him. Go, Woody, go! Aha, I knew it. We just freed a ghoul. The great Ananias shrugs. I knew I should have picked up that mono-headed Brahmin instead. The mono-headed Brahmin instead. Oh well, back to the drawing board. Mono-headed Brahmin? Sure. Who would ever believe that? Goodbye, you charlatan. Well, that was fun. We found Woody! Woody is free! I wonder if I can trade with that guy now. Time to go back to Gecko. So... should I stop by NCR first for, well, mainly supplies? It's not exactly on the way now, so... I still have enough batteries for now, so it'll probably be fine. And I can probably sell some stuff in Vault City while I'm here. So. Junkyard, I think? This guy was the one who asked me to save Woody. So. By gosh and by golly. I can't thank you enough for getting my friend back. Gee willikers. Got to give you something for your troubles. Well, it better be worth it. That sure was a lot of work and a lot of traveling, too. Hazardous. That's what it was. Could have been hard. This big old chest of anti-radiation medicine sure isn't doing me any good. Just about 100-something years too late for me to use it. Yeah, it would be. Heh. 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 Here you go. I'm finding that friends are worth more every year. Okay. Glad I could help you and Woody. Thanks for the meds. How many did I get? Some of them, I think. Not sure how many. Or is the chest somewhere around here? Did I get anything? I guess so. Anything in the pot? Nope. I mean, I can't be sure that I got anything, but it's fine. Alright, Gorus, get out of the way. Really, no? I pushed Gorus out of the way. And then I need to push my other companion out of the way. Horse. Fine crop this year. Okay. Do ghouls even need to eat? I don't think I've explored all the locations yet, no. So... I think there might have been a merchant around here. But I'm not sure. Yeah, no questions allowed. So. Can he improve any of my weapons? Nope. I don't know how much of the game I'm missing. I've been playing it for a while now. So. It's difficult to know. I could exchange some gecko skins for other stuff, possibly? How about a gun? And... well... No. No, we're still missing some money. Removing these. Replacing them with these. No. How much is this stuff? Okay. 2 more coins. Much better. Because I think now I'm carrying less weight-wise. Because those gecko skins are heavy. A bottle of Gamma Gulp. It glows in the dark. Neat. Oh, I think he might also be a merchant. So. I was wondering if you had anything I could buy or trade. What? Why, I sure do. Heck, got all kinds of stuff here. For the right price, I do. Well, he's actually a decent merchant. So... I'll want all of these. And... wow. Time for some math. Uh... 736? Yes. Do you not like the math? Or is it about the questions? So... how much money do they have? 200? We could probably do something with that. Yeah. We'll figure it out. There we go. At least I can take all of that amount. Yeah, I'll skip the actually having to do math and just type in the number. There we go. So, how much is one of these? Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with selling that one right now. Hello, how you doing today? So, where's my car? There it is. I've got plenty of stuff to sell. And we freed Woody. That's a productive day so far. So... probably sell some stuff at Harry's. I mean, he always wants some more gecko skins. Oh. Yeah, well. Yeah, you can't really modify those. There you go. More gecko skins. Just what you needed. So, I think I might want to take a hint for, where to find the speech module. Because I really want to find it. I just have no clue where to start looking for it. So, yeah, it's a bit tricky. Because I've looked for it in Vault City. I've looked for it in all the vaults I know of. Okay. So there was one in Vault 8. Did I look next to the water chips? Fine, maybe I did find one then. But I guess I'll check again? Maybe I can find it again? Actually, that book is not going to be of any use to me. So, might as well not buy it. Yeah, I think I want the stim packs. I'll just pay for the rest. Which would be 26. There we go. He's still got a spare gun, I think. Yep. There's that. Yeah, I guess I'll check Vault 8
What you
again.
be needing?
Maybe I left it in one of the storage containers. I can't remember. So... anything useful? Except the money. This book? These books? Oh wow, those are expensive. Just one of them then. And money. So. Yeah, my brain doesn't really want to do this right now, so I'll just be a bit lazy about it. That would be... $183? Is that correct? Yep. There we go. Should probably read those books. Do you want to drink with your water, Chip? Good choice. I mean, they sound quite crunchy. Might just be the word chip. Yeah, that's just water chips. So... definitely wondering where it should have been. Like, would it have been on this floor or on the other floor? My assumption would be this floor. In one of the lockers, probably. Which means I have no clue where I put it. I mean, I might have put it in one of the other lockers, I guess? If I'm lucky. No? I mean, why did they even take away the unlimited inventory from the previous game? That was just convenient. Maybe it was too convenient. But it was just nice. I like not having to worry about, well, storing quest items. But yeah, I have no clue where else I'd be able to find one. Junk. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I mean, it's something, but I don't think that's the thing I'm looking for. Have I checked this one already? Well, have I checked it today? Yeah, I have. Alright. Anyways. I'll check the other floor again. I mean, worst case, I might look up the location. Since I don't even have it anymore, well. Is it in one of these? Still hope I left stuff in here. Didn't just, like, leave it with some random corpse out on the wastes. Which I might have done. Or I might have dropped it. Which does happen. Nope, nothing in there. Could also be over there, I guess. Random tools. And rope. Yeah, that's not the thing I'm looking for. Nothing there. I like how he doesn't care that I'm just going through all their storage items and just checking if there's anything I can steal. Yeah, I can't get it from the actual computer. Already tried that. None of the other computers seem to talk. So, yeah, I'll look up where it should have been. Or where it usually is. So this is, Vault 8. What's the item called? Well, I don't know. Speech recognition? Computer voice module. Sure. So. Okay, now I know what it's supposed to look like. And... okay. It seems like it's just in this vault. Possibly. And it is on floor 2. So. Could be this one, I think. I hope I left it in there. Yep, got it. There we go. Somehow I missed this specific chest. I have no clue why. We now have the chip. So, everything's fine. I just missed that specific one for some reason. But that explains why I didn't remember finding it. And why I didn't have it in my inventory at this point. I'm glad I didn't give up on looking for it. So, now I can go back to Vault 13. I could still sell some more stuff while I'm still here. And... what else do I want to do? I haven't given him the Power Fist yet. But I'm also not using the Power Fist at this point. So. I'm still trying to, well, avoid wasting batteries. So, I'll just take some guns. Everybody loves guns, right? I'll store the chip. Hello, how you doing? And thank you for the follow. I'll get some bullets too. There. Should probably be enough to trade. Hello, how you doing? There we go. I'm doing alright. Having fun playing Fallout. And we now have the thing I was looking for several streams. Well, at least last stream. I can't remember when we found Vault 13. Might have been last stream? My memory's... well, a tiny bit hazy, I guess. There. Okay. Maybe this gun? And... anything else I want? He has plenty of gecko skins already. Yeah, I also remember finding it. I just don't remember when. As in which day or which stream we found it. So. Yeah. Just not sure. We did find it. Alright, so that's 54. And another 300. I'll just take the fuel out of that one. And that one isn't even filled. Interesting. Sold more stuff already than I thought I would. So that's fine. And I got more stim packs. But yeah, it seems the gecko skins are not entirely worth it at this point. But I already knew that. So. I guess I could sell it for money and other items, and then sell the other items for money and do it that way. So. What's worth the least? Yeah, I think it's the flamethrower out of those two weapons. Oh, yeah, we've got a bot. I mean, I can deal with them. Let's see. Oh, well. Thank you. And I get to clean the screen again. uh, well, I mainly play the games that are just available on Steam or on GOG. So I'm not sure if they have any old console games available on those platforms at this point. I'd assume not. But I don't know. But yeah, I do mainly play old DOS games. since those are the main ones available, and I tend to focus on point and clicks. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question. Alright. Does she have enough money? Well, enough items, more like. To make this trade worthwhile. Almost. And not almost as in she almost has enough. Almost as in almost there. And managed to do that. So any more money we could move around to make this work a bit better? So close. Sure. That one's too expensive. Another 75. Nope, she can't afford that. Oh, snap. Whatever. Could sell this for 75. There. I'm not sure how I'll ever manage to pay for that surgery. But I'll try. Gonna be expensive. Like, at this point, we're at 13,000. So, I think one of them costs like 8,500. Not sure how we'll manage to pay for that. I mean, one 8,000 one, sure, but two 8,000 ones? I'd assume the upgrade one is going to cost even more than the initial surgery. I think the other one was like 4,000, so. Yeah. We can't afford to get all of them, at least not yet. But I want to be fireproof. Wait, I haven't gone to New Reno yet. Should go there. Oh wow, the car is super low on power. And then it ran out of power, right as I was saying that. Let's see. Where were the batteries? I think all the way at the bottom. Whatever you're looking for, it's always all the way at the bottom of the trunk. There. What do you mean, get insurance? Oh, you mean for the surgeries? Well, I'm not sure they offer that at this point. New Reno existed in the previous one, didn't it? Reno, the biggest little city in the world. Okay. They even have a parking lot. And I have some great parking skills. I mean, I've never parked a car, so fair enough. Those might be my actual parking skills if I ever tried. Um, yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, yeah, probably. So yeah, maybe the game is just being accurate. Can I borrow a few chips? No. Wait, are those actual humans? Casino's inside. Inside. Okay, great. Yeah, just I'll just ignore those. All right. Wait. Who's shooting? Oh, those were gunshots. Pretty sure. Okay, I guess it's fine. Who's shooting? What's going on here? Yeah, I'm getting out of here. There. Can I open this door? Okay. I don't like this place so far. Wait a second. You look like Vic. There's the door. Vic, is that you? The man turns to face you. He looks sick with fever. Sweat tickles down his face and stains his clothes. He's staring at you, waiting for you to speak. Who are you? I'm, I think you pronounced that name Jesus, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll apparently address him as Senior Mordino? Okay. Um, what's your business with me? Is the heat bothering you? You seem uncomfortable. The temperature does not agree with me. My breathing is sometimes difficult. In times of stress or other physical activity, I tire quickly. Sometimes I have chest pains. Well, I think I have stuff for those. Really? Well, it's good you don't take, methamphetamines? That how you pronounce it? Anyways, good thing you don't take those. I have other questions. But yeah, I think I can get those random heart meds and give him those. Because, I mean, obviously I should be handing out random medication to people. Because that's a good thing to do. So, Where's that random pill bottle I picked up a while ago? That's probably super expired. There we go. Who's shooting? Keep on hearing the shooting sound, but I don't see any of it. So, are there people shooting each other? Who knows? You've returned. What is your business? Looking for work. Studies you for a long time, then shakes his head. You're a woman. What I need done is not a woman's work. Give me a chance. I have spoken. I have no work for you. Leave and do not return. Just give me one chance. No. People are attacking me. Why is he attacking me? Really now? I fetched him medication! Like, really now? I'm leaving. Oh, the other ones are going to attack me too, of course. I just asked for a job. This is a bit of a disaster. Just wanted to give him heart medication. But of course they insisted on trying to kill me. Wait, did I already take it? Into my inventory, not as in taking the medication. Because I don't think my character needs it. There. So, let's try that again. Preferably with, less getting killed. I mean, I didn't wait till I got killed, but there were way too many characters on there. Like, basically every character on that entire floor was attacking. So, it would have taken ages, and on top of that, like, yeah, just wouldn't have turned out so well. So. I have questions. Can I barter? No. I'll save and then try and give him the medication. And see what happens. Does nothing. Okay. Looking for work? Alright, catch you later. I'm still looking for work. Nope. How about now? Fine. Give me a chance. No. Maybe if I keep on... Oh! His gaze turns black, then he makes a motion and his guards reach for their weapons. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope. Okay, still gonna attack me. I did ask him if stuff was bothering him, I think. So, is the heat bothering you? Yeah, I can't offer him the heart medication for his chest pains. So, doesn't work. I have the medication. Pretty sure that's how I'd use the medication. Nope. Maybe there's something else I need to... Oh, lovely. I like the guards already. Yeah. I guess I won't help them. They'll be fine. So, what's over here? I mean, I tried. So... Well. I think we might have found a porn studio. And there's... another club. Is that where all the fighting sounds are coming from? Thanks for follow. That seems like the place. Yeah, basically I play games until I'm done playing them. And, yeah, in the meantime, I, have polls running to, like, decide what the next game is going to be. So, yeah. Basically how it works. What is that ringing sound? But yeah, the punching sound is coming from in here. Which makes sense. Why do they kind of look like mutants? Are they all wearing green or something? What if I unlock the lockers? Is anyone going to mind? I mean, I think they would, but maybe not. We'll see. No. Nothing in that one. Oh. Well, now it's an empty locker. Boxing gloves. Sure. Why not? Fail to disable the lock. There we go. Somehow I thought that some characters would mind if I stole their stuff, but nope. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, for the most part, I play games I've never played before. I have replayed, some games. Mainly point-and-click games. But, yeah, in general, I focus on doing first playthroughs of games. So, stay away from there. Fine. Stay away from that one. But not the other one. Well, I have plenty of odds, so have fun. I try and keep them somewhat neat and organized. Really? Can't steal from them? Fine. Can I unlock this locker now? Nope. Gonna get attacked for it. Yeah. I kinda figured. Super nuclear tornado fist! Okay. No, I just generally have odds. Thank you for the follow. And thanks for the bits! That's very nice of you. But yeah, you can watch all of my content for free. I know there are streamers who choose to have their VODs be subscriber only, but yeah. Not planning on doing that, like, ever. So. But all the money I do earn for the channel goes back into the channel. So, yes, I really appreciate it. Wait, do they not have a roof? That looks like a store. Can I get in there? The old man pushes his broken glasses up on his nose and sighs in exasperation. Yes? What is it you want? Come on, woman, out with it. Who are you? Me? Oh, I'm just Jolly Saint Nick, you cranially challenged halfwit. Ah. I'm going to let your comment slide this time. Now, who are you? Leers at you, then snorts. Name's Renesco. Just tell me, what is it you want? You, well, whatever it is you are. Squints at you. You look like one of those sun-worshipping primates under all that getup. Gee, thanks. What do you sell here? I sell recreational chems mostly. That's why, they gave me that idiotic appellation, the Rocket Man. I also sell some caravan supplies. Do you need anything? Or can I get back to something important? Yep, he does indeed sell chems. Interesting. Didn't really expect him to just sell those openly, but alright. How about some boxing gloves? Well, I'll keep those for now, because I'm not sure if they're going to come in handy. So, I'll sell that. So, I want all his stim packs. And that stim pack. Hmm. Pretty close. I'll just have him give me 5 coins. There. And that thing's 200. I don't really use them, so I'll sell that one. And I think I have enough armor. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one of those. How about this book? Nah. It's fine. How much are the hard meds? 50. Fine. I've got enough stuff. For now. So. Can I talk to... I'll work for Jet. Okay. I actually have plenty of Jet.
What you be needin'?
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm actually moderator on his channel. Can I actually give those characters chems and see what happens? It's a science experiment. So. Yeah, I've never heard of him. So. You're a pal. Okay. Why is there 2 of you? Is that your twin? Yeah, so basically... They will just go, okay, thanks. Maybe not doing that. I mean, I could make friends that way, I guess, but... Seems a bit weird. I like how it says Jet on most of the walls. I'm starting to sense a theme here. But why are you asking about Golem's channel? Because I am curious. So... Class of 13. Wait, which... Well... Class of 13 would have been... a while ago. So... 30 years ago, actually. At this point. How long have I been wandering around the wastes at this point? I don't know. Not a corpse. Apparently not. Okay. What's that? Oh, it's a donation box. Now it's an empty donation box. Just making sure there's nothing valuable in here. And time to check the actual person laying on the floor. I'm never drinking that much again. Well, can't really help you with that. I thought he got attacked, but nope. So. I've only played Fallout 1 before this one, so I can't compare it to the rest of the series. But I'd say I personally, like, I haven't finished this one yet, of course. But, I do think I might prefer Fallout 1, at least when it comes to the plot. When it comes to graphics and, like, how finished the game feels, I do think I prefer Fallout 2. It just, like, Fallout 1, I liked how neat and tidy the plot was. Fallout 2 is just more side quests. So many side quests. So. Since I'm usually playing point and clicks, I just get sidetracked a lot in this game so far. We'll see how long it's going to take me. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that I'd be in people's recommendations. Especially, well, if you watch Golem's channel, there's a good chance I'll be in your recommendations just because there's a lot of overlap. Like, viewer-wise, so, yeah. And also, vice versa. Well, I still haven't played Fallout 3. So, is there an actual train around here? Or is it just the train tracks? I guess it's just the train tracks. Vault Future. Interesting sign. You see nothing out of the ordinary. Alright. Can I open this door? Yes, I can. Where you from? Ain't seen your kind around here in a while. Great. So it's an old train station. And I guess they'll be hostile towards me. We'll see. I'm not armed right now. For whatever reason. Not sure why I put my spear away. You better not have brought any chems or else Dad will kill you. Great. Yeah? Who are you? I'm Chris. Chris Wright. Of the family Wright. Glad you asked. Or, glad you asked? Who's the family Wright? I'm looking for a job. Is family Wright hiring? Well, I mean, the Wright family, my family, might have an opening. I'm not promising anything, but go to the mansion south of here, find my brother Keith, and tell him I sent you. The name's Chris. Chris Wright. Family Wright? Who's that? You haven't heard of Family Wright? Must have been out in the desert too long. Family Wright is the biggest crime family in Reno. We're gonna rule the city. Really? Interesting. Huh. Great. Keep your distance. Okay. So, where is the guy they are all talking about? And what are those random sounds? Are the pipes just making sounds? Are there people in there? I'm confused. Oh, it's brewing alcohol. Fine. That makes more sense. Let's see. Anyone who wants to talk to me? Nope. So... I guess this is the building I was supposed to head to? We'll see. They do seem to have a lot of dogs. Is that the one I'm supposed to talk to? It looks different. Make another move towards that door and you'll be sorry. Okay. I don't know you. My dad doesn't know you. And if you don't start explaining, it's not gonna matter. What is this place? This is the family right house. Now, are you going to tell me what you're doing here? Chris told me to stop by, looking for work, and you helped me. Chris sent you, huh? That's right. He said you might have some work for me. Hold on. Knocks on the door behind. Ah. He sticks his head in. There's some mumbling, then he comes back and nods at the door. You can go in, but watch out. Dad's in a pissy mood. Wrinkles cover this man's face. It looks like any expression other than a scowl is foreign to him. Only a few brown hairs are left in his thick grey hair. My reading skills are great today. So, start talking, tribal. Who are you? What do you want? The name's Spidey too. I'm interested in a job. No shit. Well, pleased to meet you, Spidey 2. If that is your name. Glad you stopped by. Damn neighborly of you. The sneer crumbles into a frown. Looking for work in family right, huh? Yes, so happens my family is family, right? Blood thicker than water and all. What makes you think I need a piece of tribal ass like you in my family? I'll just leave, thanks. I don't need the job that bad. Yeah. I've got standards, thank you very much. Like, imagine trying to get a job and being treated like that. Yeah, nah. So. Well. I guess I'm not a gamer then. So. I don't think I can do much else here. Did they steal my car, or is that my car? I think I parked around here, didn't I? Yeah, I think I parked there. Did they really steal the car? I feel like that might have happened. Thanks for follow. Smiles, displaying a glittering gold tooth. His cologne is so strong it almost chokes you. Welcome to the glittering city of New Reno, my sister. You are? Name is Jules. I would be most pleased to make your acquaintance. Show you around, set you up with whatever you're looking for. Jules, have you seen my car? I parked it here. Now it's gone. Your car? Are you sure you parked it here? I haven't seen it. Are you sure you haven't seen it, Jules? No, sister. I haven't seen it. I'll keep an eye out for it. Still, Reno's a big place. Hmm. Hello. How you doing today? Maybe I shouldn't have driven the car here. Hmm. The other speech option? Yeah. Have you seen my car? There. What? Have you suddenly gone blind? You see my fist? Do you see it? Now tell me again if you haven't seen it. I don't know anything about your car. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen what happened to it. I don't know where it is. Really? Alright, alright. I've seen some guy take the car not long ago. There were too many of them for me to stop, you know? Where did they go? Okay, okay. Follow him. Oh, I guess that's the car. Nope, nope, it's not. Is that my car? Nope. Well, I guess I should head inside. This is gonna be fun. Who took my car? Oh, there it is. Well, time to say hi. At least they have a lot of lockers, so there might be stuff in there. Hello. Mind if I take that car back? Anyone gonna stop me? Okay, the lockers are locked. Hands off or your hands come off. Understand? Well, it's my car. So... I guess it's time for some murder or something. I mean, I just want my car back, really. But in the meantime, might as well see if there's anything in there. Right. Oh, I successfully locked it. Great. Didn't even know I could. Nothing in that one. But yeah, it might be time for the Ripper. That one. I'll just take all that stuff. Anything on the table? Well, don't really need one. Crowbar? Nah. Stay away from there. I don't care. Well. He seems like a great fighter. I mean, sure, he might tell me to stay away from there, but... So, what's over here? And yeah, I'm just calmly emptying all their lockers while they're watching, because why not? It's not like they can do anything about it. Nah, don't need those. I mean, they stole my car, so... Stay away from there. No. Are you actually going to attack? Nope. Well, in that case... How about you just don't stop me in the first place? Seems they're all just bluffing. The workbench is locked too, really. There anything in there? There is. Junk, mainly. Anything on there? Nope. And two more lockers. And more workbenches and another table. Or 2 tables. So. Mostly done looting. I mean, the ones that ran off were unarmed, I think. Speaking of which... I mean... They stole from me first, so... Might as well. I'll take all that money. There we go. Nothing to see here. Fine. I guess he's still willing to attack me. Well, do your worst. That's the wrong way around, but okay. Oh well. Who's attacking me now? I don't see anyone. That one. Well, that's fine. In the meantime, I can loot this body. There we go. I'll also take the bullets and the gun and this thing. And I guess the alcohol. I think that doesn't weigh anything. So. He's just walking off. Alright. Probably a good idea. I mean, they are fighting a Deathclaw here. So... probably a good idea to leave. You wouldn't want to be the kind of person who stole from a Deathclaw. So. There goes that one. I hope this one has a good hammer. It looks like it might be a good one. But it might also just be a normal hammer. I don't know. But I'm hoping for a decent sledgehammer. Nope, just a normal one. Well, that's fine. So, I think that's the last survivor. As in, blind playthrough? Yes. If that's what you mean. So. Is he going to fight back? Nope. Nice. Yeah, he doesn't notice them. They're standing right next to him, but they're very well camouflaged. So, should be able to get my car back now, I think. And this is how you sell disputes, kids. I'm a great role model. So. But then again, I'm playing as a morally dubious character. So. Would be a bit weird to not seek revenge in a situation like this. I mean, I just wanted to leave the city. And, like, what were they expecting? They stole a car from 3 fighters. One of them being a Deathclaw. So, I'd assume they had some idea what they were getting themselves into. They just did it anyway. There we go. So yeah, pro tip, don't steal from a Deathclaw. He has a gun, I think. Or, like, a crowbar. Either way, he's running off. So, sneaking and ending combat? Yes. And attacking. There. I'll just take all of that. Alright. Pretty sure this is going to send a very clear sign to anyone trying to steal my car in the future. I mean... you'd think it would. So, time to charge up the car. Probably store some more stuff. There. And off we go. I don't like New Reno. Time to go somewhere better. So. Oh, that's where I am. Okay. So, I wanted to go to NCR for shopping, mainly. So I'll do that. Oh. A pack of wolves. Sure. Why not? Sorry, Goris. Didn't mean to hit you. Wow. Goris, are you okay over there? Yeah. He's doing fine. There. Would be kind of interesting to have a companion who's got super low health points, but basically kills anything with just one hit. So basically the challenge would be keeping that companion alive. So. There. Anything in that tent? Nope. More wolves, really? Fine. Can I actually manage to hit that one without hitting Goris? I don't think so. I'll just move over to this one. So. We're still trying to get back to NCR and Vault 13. Because I haven't actually repaired the speech module yet. So. Should hopefully be able to carry on pretty soon. Not sure why the wolves in this area are just so insistent. I mean, we've got a car. You'd think a car would be able to drive faster than wolves can run. But maybe not. So. Bizarre. Who wants to go to work for you? Well. Fine. Guess I need to wait till daytime. This piece of sand looks comfy. Anyways. Really? Why does he not wanna... What? Oh. Is it because of the weapon? Really? What's his problem? What? He used to trade with me. What's wrong with it now? What? I'm very confused. Oh, well, now he's dead. Ah. Well, I think I need to reload. But honestly, what happened here? So confused. Like, what is going on? I haven't saved in ages. Alright, well. Time to redo this part. Yes, yes I do. His name is Goris. Looks like he's having a blast over there. Have you played this game before? Yeah, he'll do fine. Yep. And that guy's leaving. I mean, fair enough. So. He's just gonna leave, I guess. So. just go out this door. There. I mean, I can't leave any of them alive. Just wouldn't really fit. So... he's going to be stuck over there. Ah. Is he going back inside? Because that would be a bad idea. But I mean, I guess he might. Yep. Let's just continue attacking this guy while he's running away. This feels like a normal thing to do. Okay. Nope, he's still trying to run away. Really? I'm surprised I could even end combat. I was standing right behind him. Come on. I mean, you did decide to steal the car, so... yeah. Pro tip, don't steal cars. From Deathclaws. And others. Anyone else left alive? Nope. Good. Alright. Time to collect the money. Am I getting more ruthless? Yes. Is that necessarily a bad thing? No? I guess? Kind of wondering if they were all running off because of the Deathclaw. Because, I mean, Goras could be a bit intimidating to people. Several of them had weapons, but weren't really using them. Well, at least I don't think they used them. Anyhow. Saving. After the bloodbath. And I wanted to head to NCR. Yeah, they should really rebrand Death Claws as Hug Claws. Agreed. So. Is my karma an issue? Not really, no. I am accepted around here. So I'm not sure why that guy didn't want to trade with me last time. We'll see. Maybe he caught me while trying to steal from him. In which case, fair enough. That's a good reason to not want to trade with me in the future. Oh, I'll put away my weapon. I'm perfectly harmless. There we go. Okay. So now he's willing to trade with me. Doesn't have anything interesting, though. I mean, I can sell stuff. One of these, two of these. There. Some beers. Some another 20. How about one of the knives? No, that's 40. Maybe you can fix me up something special. The hunting rifle? Nah. So, got some dynamite on that shelf. But I don't really want any additional dynamite. Got plenty at this point. Yeah, that's the one we've already seen. What's on the last shelf? Batteries. I'll take those and those. Wow, that's expensive. Alright, I'll need to go and get some items for those. 17,000. Alright, I hope we have enough to sell. Well, I guess. Don't do that. Fine. I won't. Nothing to see here. What if I go in there at night? While sneaking. I said sneaking. And... maximum carrying capacity. Well... in that case... he had some pretty decent guns, I think. So I'll store stuff first, and then steal all of his stuff, and it'll be fine. No space left. Fine. I'll also charge up the car, since I'm already carrying batteries. Might as well. And time to trade some items. There, you can carry these for now. So, time to be super sneaky. Nobody can even see me. And there we go. I'll take those. And, well, most of these fancy looking guns. Right. No more space in the car. Here, have a bunch of guns. Good luck with those. Try not to set them off. There. I think those are the main expensive ones. I'll still take that stuff. I'll take this gun too, because I haven't seen it that frequently. Okay. So, I'll create a separate save for this. Just in case he's upset with me in the morning. When he finds out that I just emptied his store, basically. Yeah, I'm guessing he might mind. But it's fine. Don't do that. Do what? I don't know what you're talking about. No ammo in the cattle prod. That's a shame. I was hoping there might be some, but nope. Ammo in the Ripper? Yes, ammo in the Ripper. Yes. We've got plenty of battery packs now. Or at least much more than we used to have. And all that without spending any money at all. So, waiting until noon. Just to check that he's not going to, like, remember any of that. Yep. Nothing going on. I didn't steal from you. Nice, mostly empty shelf you've got there. Want to buy one of your guns? Oh wow, yeah, that was an expensive one after all. How much is this one? Yeah. Stole some expensive guns. I guess I could empty the ammo compartment on... Nope. That one has ammo. There, I can sell the ammo. Does this one have ammo? Well, it did. So that's another 112. Am I selling his stuff back to him? Yes. Does he seem to notice? No. I'll just continue. I think I'll sell some of the stuff that's currently in the car. Because, I mean, we have some items that aren't exactly necessary to keep. Where's the ammo? Goes with that gun. I guess that stuff? Anything else? Oh, can I not carry that many? Yeah. So, store this one. No. Store that one. Yes. There we go. This gun? No. Bullets? No. I feel like I've somehow got more stuff in the car now, even though it's just moving stuff between the two inventories. It feels like I now have more stuff in total, which makes no sense. Well, maybe because I was emptying the bullets out of guns. I guess that would cause some additional clutter. How much are these? 40. Perfect. Basically all his money. Because I'm still saving up for those surgeries. So, saving. And time to head to Vault 13. Now that I've been assured that the car is not going to run out of battery anytime soon. Oh. I think I left the chip outside. So I'll go get it. Or, well, the part that I need. So, there it is. Nope, no room for that. No room for that one. It's fine. Wait a second. Is he trapped now? I hope not. How did he even end up there? This is fine. There, he's back now. So, yes, and here it is. Thank you. Please go to the control room and replace the module. Consider it done. So, in here. Vic is still waiting. He's doing fine though. You install the module in the terminal. The system is repaired. Did I not get any XP for that? Okay. Should let him know. Sure. Here I am, waiting for the boss. Well, you might be waiting for just a little bit longer. What armor is he wearing? Combat armor. Good. I think I found combat armor in this area. So, I'll just give him some of the guns. As long as they don't have any ammo. And these don't. Yeah. No risk of him starting to use them. Because we wouldn't want that. So, you've restored my faith in humans. I thank you for all that you've done for the pack. Is there something that I can do for you in return? You said you would let me know if you found a gek here. Did you locate one? Yes, there was a gek in the vault storage room. However, it is missing. I'm sorry that I can't give it to you as a reward for your generous help. Thanks. 5,000 experience, though. Hello, my friend. You've saved the pack, and we thank you. Well, I guess they like me now. Wait a second, who is this? I'm not so sure about this. I'll save before confronting that guy. So far, purple robes tend to mean bad things. So. Welcome, traveler. I'm called Gordon, and I'm the Shrine Keeper. What can I help you with? It's a pleasure to meet you, Gordon. I'm Spidey too. Can I ask you some questions, like whether or not I could barter with you? Nope, I cannot. So, you certainly may. Who is the shrine dedicated to? The shrine is dedicated to an unnamed hero known only as the Vault Dweller. He, or she, was a savior of all who lived here several decades ago. We do not know what became of our savior, but he, or she, lives on in our minds and hearts. Uh, Very commendable. Can I ask you some more questions? How long have you been here? I've lived all my life here in this vault. I've been a shrine keeper for most of those years. Uh... Then you were here when the Deathclaws took over? No, my friend, I was not. I left a few months ago to visit the statue of the Vault Dweller erected in the central court of the NCR. When I returned to the vault, I found the Deathclaws were already here. Needless to say, I was in shock. However, I'm convinced they are not responsible for what happened to my fellow citizens. If by chance you want more information on this matter, seek out Goris in the library. Well, I already did. He's my companion now. What can you tell me about the Deathclaws? I've lived with the Deathclaws for several months now. They seem to be honorable and forthright in their dealings with me and the other humans who live here. I trust them, and in time, I think you will as well. Why do you stay here? My place is here at the shrine. I will not leave it willingly. Okay. Thanks. Good talk. Nice shrine. I mean, I killed the leader of the vault, but, like, whatever. I guess. Might as well still have a shrine dedicated to that character. Is there something I can help you with? Sorry, with, stranger? Yes, I'd like to ask some questions. What do you want? Who are you? My name is Matt. Does it matter? Not really. What do you want? Are you a prisoner here? Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. I stumbled upon this place and got myself captured by the Deathclaws. They give me freedom of movement within the lower levels of the vault, but I can never go to level 1 where the exit is. Why? Because unlike the rest of the sheep who live here, I recognize them as a threat to humanity. I know that if I get out of here, I will see to it that they are wiped off the face of the earth. Look, they can think for themselves, they can learn, they can read, and they can even write if they dip a claw in ink. They're fast, tough, perceptive, and deadly. Their numbers grow large enough, they will be the greatest threat that the human race could ever face. Think about it. They need to be eliminated. I mean, yeah, they can write. That's the most deadly skill of all. I realize they're a potential threat, but I trust them. You're a fool to trust them. If you change your mind, come back and get me. Oh, I didn't see you standing there. That's okay. We all space out at times. Say, you look rather down. May I ask why? I was born 2 months premature when I was 1. I was dropped on the porch when I was 2. I had pneumonia. Oh, yeah, no, I don't have the best skill at pronouncing that word, but it's fine. When I was 3, I got the chicken pox. When I was 4, I fell down the stairs and broke 6 ribs. When I was 5, my uncle was decapitated by a watermelon. When I was 6, my parents hit me in the head with a shovel. When I was 7, I lost my right index finger to my pet rat. When I was 8, my dog Spike got hit by a tractor. When I was 9, my mother lost her arm to a rabbit Brahmin. When I was 10, my sister was torn to bits by a pack of dogs. When I was 11, my grandfather committed suicide. When I was 12, my grandmother committed suicide. When I was 13, my father poked out his eyes with a pitchfork in a drunken stupor. When I was 14, my brother lost his hand to a wallaby. When I was 15, my aunt choked to death on chicken bone. When I was 16, I lost my cousin to a badger. Did the cousin die, or did the cousin decide to become a badger? Anyways. Or maybe go live with badgers. When I was 17, I cut off my left big toe with a hoe. When I was 18, my father lost his right leg to the same tractor that killed my dog. When I was 19... Okay, I get the picture. What's currently bothering you? Well, there I was, traveling through the desert, when suddenly my Brahmin falls over. Dead. About then, I realized I was low on water, and I hadn't had a drink in quite a while. Later, my bones began to ache, and my head started to hurt. My bowels became loose. And I got this rash that just wouldn't go away. It was time to sit down and die. Well, there I was, sitting in the desert, for the world to swallow my miserable existence, when a pack of deathclaws shows up. When I'm thinking to myself, this is it, I can wind up as a pile of deathclaw shit in the middle of the desert. But no, fate had yet another cruel card to play against me. You see, the Deathclaws didn't kill me. Instead, they gave me water, brought me here, gave me this room, gave me food, cleaned me up, and now they won't let me leave. I know they're fattening me up for some unknown horrible fate. I keep telling them that I would probably taste better if I was leaner, but it does no good. They just smile, if you can call it that, pat me on the head and say, "Don't worry, human. Things will get better." Ha. We both know what that means. Anyway, to make matters worse, they started giving me some sort of medication. It was making me gassy, so I stopped taking it. And it's a good thing I did. I think it was some kind of mind control pill, because I started to feel like things weren't actually as bad as I thought. Anyways, that's about it. I'm waiting for the dinner bell to chime so that they can feast on my bloated body. Well. I think I've heard enough, but do you want to barter? No. Yeah, I'll just leave. I don't think I can help that person. So. But yeah, the Deathclaws don't seem that bad. And I mean, one of them is my companion, so... there's that. So, I talk to this one? Hello, human. What is your job at the vault? Our guard hall and keep peace, nothing more. Do you mean the death clause? You're doing fine, Dar. Just keep it up. What do you want? No offense, but how educated are you? Not much, but I learn. Grunther, the leader, tells us all to learn. Got it? Sorry to bother you, but who are you? Dar, warrior. I'm Spidey too, Dar. And can I barter? No. I guess maybe he doesn't have pockets? Difficult to know. I mean, he's not wearing robes like Gunther is. Or Goris, not Gunther. Goris. I'm bad at names. So, anyone else who's arrived on this floor? Still waiting. Sorry, Vic. Oh, I haven't talked to this lady yet. Well, I'll be. How are you doing, Spidey, too? I hope everything worked out for you at the squat. Dahlia, thanks to you, things worked out great. I can't remember, Dahlia. Great to hear that. It was my pleasure to do what I could for you. What can I help you with? Got some questions? How did you come to be here? After I left the squat, I didn't know what to do with myself. I figured I'd just drift into another town and another hired gun job. Yeah, I can't remember her. So I was wandering the desert, trying to decide exactly where I should go. Well, one day I was looking for a good place to camp. It was getting late. Didn't want to be out in the open after dark. Off in the distance, a ways, I thought I saw a campfire. Decided to see who was there. So I sneak up on this campsite, and there are these two Deathclaws sitting around the fire, just chatting away. The idiot that I am, I let out a little cry of surprise, jumped up and turned to run, right into the arms of another Deathclaw, standing right behind me. Anyway, to make a long story short, it took me a while to realise that I wasn't about to be put on a spit and barbecued. Instead, I was brought here and interviewed by Grunther. Now I can live here if I want. That's interesting. And you leave any time you want. Yes. I've been told I'm free to go or stay. Staying for now. Are you a prisoner here? No, I'm not. I'm here of my own free will, and I like it. I think this will be a safe place for me to stay for a while. What can you tell me about the Deathclaws? I don't know any more about them than you, I guess. Still trying to get used to them talking to me instead of trying to tear my head off and using it for a golf ball. It's scary, you know? Yes, it is. Are you worried about needing a place of safety? Or why are you worried? When I let you buy me in the squat, I broke my contract with my employer. I was sure I'd be hunted down and killed because of it. Oh, is she the one who was in, like, the Raiders base? Possibly. Anyways. I was sure I'd be hunted down and killed because of it. seeing you here convinces me that I don't have to worry about that. I can only assume that my previous employer is no longer in any condition to be concerned with me or my whereabouts. You're safe now, I think. I'll have no need to worry about any retribution. Thanks, Spidey, too. Takes a load off my head. Or off my mind. Well, you're welcome. Talk to you later. Alright. I think that is going to be enough for today. So, I mean, we managed to both get the car stolen, get the car back twice. We, got the speech thingy. I mean, I had to look up which room to find it in, but it's fine. Thing is, I got it in the end. Turns out I just hadn't found one locked chest out of all of them. Whatever. I tried. Anyhow. Yeah, installed thing. We found New Reno. And we earned some money. So, overall, I'd say productive day. Well, thank you for watching both the stream and the stabbing. So, there we go. I'll just exit the game. There. Let's see who's live right now. I mean, considering it's... well... exactly 1 minute past the full hour, could be that some people are starting up right now. But it doesn't seem like anyone I know is currently starting up. Well, seems that Golem is still streaming. So guess who we're going to raid today? I know, big surprise. Anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye!